What's up, guys? How y'all doing? It was Glendale Supercross over the weekend. I finally caught myself up with the racing. And anyway, I'm going to get started right now. But first, I just want to tell you all, subscribe if you haven't. If you like my recaps of these Monster Energy Supercross races or perhaps even my UH men's basketball or UH softball recaps, the University of Hawaii men's basketball and softball. I appreciate it, but just remember to hit the subscribe button. That's how the algorithm judges me, and that's how I can keep my monetization status. So let's get started. I'm going to put up my banner here. RJ Hampshire wins the 250s, becomes the first repeat winner in the 250 West Supercross season. And Ken Roczen wins the 450 class. I'm going to talk about the 250 class first. And RJ Hampshire, as I said, becomes the first two-time winner. And good on you, RJ, making me look like a genius. Has he retaken the points lead yet? He unfortunately has not. That has gone to Levi Kitchen, who had a much more consistent race than points leader Jordon Smith, who actually went down and not once but twice gave up the lead to I believe it was Kitchen. And then just when they were going through another section, Kitchen got on the brakes and Jordon Smith ended up connecting with Kitchen and being sent off the track. And I got to tell you, for Levi Kitchen to see that and for Jordon Smith to not, that was the big difference there. And Jordon Smith was really lucky that he didn't clean out Levi Kitchen as well, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think the AMA is going to penalize Jordon Smith because, I mean, obviously that is a section where it's hard to get on the brakes and single through it. And Levi Kitchen was kind of doubling through there, and he didn't completely get on the brakes and just go single over the table, jump the tabletop, and then continue on. Of course, Ryder DiFrancesco was down in that section. Too bad for Ryder D. I don't know if his season is done, but he seemed to be all right. But also, I also want to give out my best wishes to Star Yamaha's Nate Thrasher. Oh, man, he was leading the heat race, and then everything went wrong, and he got just catapulted off the bike like he hit a wrong spot on a trampoline, and or he got a wrong jump off a trampoline, so to speak. And the first 250 heat race had to be red flagged. Thrasher did not come back for the LCQ, but he should be okay for Seattle. And that's when the West Coast is going to race again. I believe we have a week off right now, so that's good for Thrasher, because I seriously would have doubted that he was going to line up if the next race was a West Coast event, even with the week off. So as far as RJ Hampshire is concerned, I'm glad to see him get back in the winner's circle. And he needed that after going ninth, 6th, and 4th in the next 3 races. And I think that kind of dinged RJ's confidence, so to speak, all those finishes, until he finally got the win in Glendale. And I'll tell you this, if I'm the Rockstar Husqvarna team, I'm keeping RJ Hampshire on the Christmas list for a 450 ride, because if they let him go, they're letting a guy who doesn't cheat you on effort, like Cooksey talks about. And RJ really showed me something on the 450 at Daytona last year when he won one of the heat races. Now, am I going to bet on RJ to win a race on the 450? Probably not, but once he gets a little bit more acclimated to the 450, he could be challenging for a title. But I still think that the AMA needs to change the rule and go by points again. To just score 100 points in 3 seasons, period. Doesn't have to be consecutive. No way. But that's just my take. That way, then I think everybody can point out and, of course, make the 250 class like a stepping stone to the premier 450 class, which was what the 125 class was designed to be. And now it's not that way anymore. Anyway, 450 class. Ken Roczen. Wow, that was a big surprise because Roczen got the good start, and that got him his first win of the season. And that was a track there where passing was kind of off and on. And unless somebody blew it, it was kind of like follow the leader in a sense. And Jet Lawrence fighting up to third at the end of the race. And I have to say that I am very glad that Chase Sexton rode tonight and gritted out a 9th place, because as Ricky Carmichael says, you win your championships on your bad days. And for Sexton, this certainly was a bad day, especially with that supposed hand injury or that bone bruise in his hand. And it was the clutch hand. So fortunately, it wasn't the throttle side. And if I would have picked the sore side, I would have gone with the left, because you almost never do anything with the left hand other than using the fingers to pull in the clutch. And I think some guys also use the left hand to, pull tear-offs like that. And but still, for Sexton to still ride that night, I have a feeling that the week off will do him some good. And do I think he's going to fully recover for the next race? No, but do I think he's going to win the next race? Hope so. I mean, but if I'm a KTM right now, I'm putting Marvin Musquin back on the roster. I mean, especially even if Sexton goes to the sidelines, which I hope never happens. But as far as Eli Tomac is concerned, he kind of sort of salvaged his title hopes with the 4th place finish. But I have a feeling that Eli Tomac's title chances are very fastly slipping away already. And I think that third, and like I said before, I think that third win in the third main event win in the Triple Crown at Anaheim 2 was a false sense of hope, because I don't think Eli Tomac has really proven that he's back up to speed from that Achilles injury. I mean, if he can win one race, that's good. But if he can win like 2, 3, 4 in a row and get that beast mode that we all know of, maybe Eli Tomac can kind of salvage his season. But honestly, for Eli Tomac to end his career like this would kind of be a bummer. I mean, look at what happened to Ryan Villopoto. I mean, his career pretty much came to an end from multiple knee surgeries, even when he rode the World Motocross title in 2015, World Motocross Series in 2015, Villopoto did not look like himself, and he ended up retiring after 4 events. Okay? That kind of tells me that Villopoto was completely over it. And am I saying that Eli Tomac is over it? I like to say no, but the way that he's riding kind of looks like it is. Because this isn't the Eli Tomac that we saw before he hurt his Achilles last year in Denver. So, anyway, guys, that's all for today. And remember, subscribe. You will see my recap video for UH men's basketball against UC Davis. I did also attend the Ole Miss softball game, but I don't think you'll see a recap for that because there wasn't really a lot to talk about in that one. UH ended up losing 5-1. So, anyway, guys, that's all for today. And remember, subscribe. I'll catch you all later. We'll see you for the next round.